Imagine walking into a corporate boardroom, pitching a revolutionary technology that will define the future of speed, and having your billionaire bosses laugh in your face. That is exactly what happened to a young chief engineer at Lamborghini in the late 1980s. His name was Horacio Pagani. He told his corporate bosses that steel and aluminum were dead, and that the future of the supercar belonged to a lightweight, space-age material called carbon fiber. Lamborghini told him he was wrong. They refused to buy the equipment he needed. So, Horacio did something absolutely insane. He went to the bank, took out a massive personal loan, bought the machine himself, and used it to build a car company that would eventually beat Lamborghini at their own game. This is the story of how corporate arrogance birthed one of the most exclusive hypercar brands on the planet. To understand how we got here, we have to look at what Lamborghini was doing in the 1980s. They were building the legendary Countach and working on its successor, the Diablo. Horacio Pagani was running their composites department. He wasn't just a designer, he was an absolute visionary obsessed with weight reduction. Horacio realized that if you want a car to go faster, you can either add horsepower or subtract weight. Subtracting weight makes a car handle better, brake quicker, and accelerate harder. And the holy grail of weight savings was carbon fiber, a material that is lighter than aluminum but stronger than steel. Pagani was so convinced of this that he built a fully functional prototype called the Countach Evoluzione. It was the world's first supercar with a full carbon fiber monocoque chassis. The car was incredibly light, weighing a massive 1,000 pounds less than a standard Countach. It was faster, nimbler, and proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that carbon fiber worked. But there was a massive bottleneck. To actually manufacture carbon fiber parts for production cars, you need a specialized piece of equipment called an autoclave. Think of it as a massive, high-pressure industrial oven that cures the carbon fiber layers together, locking in their structural strength. Lamborghini didn't own one. So, Horacio went to the top executives at Lamborghini, including the management installed by Chrysler, who owned the brand at the time. He presented the data from his carbon fiber prototype and begged them to buy an autoclave so they could build the upcoming Diablo out of carbon fiber. The executives looked at him and said no. They told him the machinery was too expensive, the material was too difficult to work with, and it wasn't worth the investment. And then they delivered the ultimate line of corporate complacency. They told Horacio, "Ferrari isn't using carbon fiber to build their production cars, so we don't need to either." That single sentence changed automotive history forever. Horacio was utterly insulted by the lack of vision. He didn't want to follow Ferrari, he wanted to pioneer the future. Recognizing that his corporate bosses were standing in the way of progress, Horacio took a massive gamble. He went to a local Italian bank, used his own personal credit and assets as collateral, and took out a massive loan to purchase an industrial autoclave out of his own pocket. He literally bought his own oven. He brought the autoclave to a small workshop nearby and founded a company called Modena Design. For a short time, he actually rented the autoclave back to Lamborghini so they could produce specialized parts. But the bridge had been burned. Horacio knew he could no longer work for a company that feared innovation. In 1992, he officially walked away from Lamborghini to focus entirely on his own dream, building a hypercar from scratch, completely uncompromised, and built almost entirely out of carbon fiber. 7 years later, at the 1999 Geneva Motor Show, the world got to see what happens when you tell a genius he can't do something. Horacio Pagani unveiled the Pagani Zonda C12. It was a masterpiece of carbon fiber engineering, looking less like a traditional car and more like a fighter jet built for the street. It was incredibly light, brutally fast, and featured a level of artistic craftsmanship the automotive world had never seen. The Zonda immediately skyrocketed Pagani into the upper echelon of the automotive elite, forcing brands like Ferrari and Lamborghini to scramble to catch up with their own carbon fiber programs. Horacio Pagani risked everything on a personal bank loan just to buy an oven, all because his bosses couldn't see past their own rivalry with Ferrari. It makes you wonder, if Lamborghini had just listened to their chief engineer and bought that autoclave, would Pagani even exist today? Or did corporate stubbornness accidentally create the perfect hypercar competitor? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and hit follow for more unbelievable automotive history.